All right, let's go through class example number 6. I have a max value of 9 and a min value of -3. So let's find our A value and our D value. A is going to be 9 minus -3 divided by 2, which is 6. And my D value is going to be 9 plus -3 divided by 2, which is equal to 3. So my midline happens at 3. I'll draw that in right away. Now let's find the period of this graph. Well, I don't have a max to max or a min to min, but what I do know is it took, let me get a different color here, all the way, if you look at the bottom of the graph, from here to here, to go through half a cycle. So if I find out how long that is, I'm going to double it, and that would be the period, because it's going to take, let me just play with this a little bit. It's going to take this distance to go from max to max, and then it's going to take that to go back to the min. So let's take a look at the scale of this graph. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of the first pi, so I know my scale is equal to pi over 4. So this graph took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It took 8 pi over 4 to get through half, which is equal to 2 pi. So I'm going to times that by 2 because it has to come back down to the min, and it's going to take just as long. So the period of this function is 4 pi. So my B value is going to be 2 pi divided by 4 pi, which is 2. Now my C value, as we can see, this would be my first cycle of sine. So how far did that go off of the y-axis? Well, if you take a look at the y-axis right here, it took this far. Since the scale is pi over 4, my horizontal phase shift is pi over 4 radians to the right. So we are going to write this equation. Y is equal to 6 sine 2 x minus pi over 4 plus 3. All right, we're going to omit class example number 7, but we'll do class example number 8. It says the equation of this has a period and a horizontal phase shift to the right, respectively of. All right, as you can see, I got a B value in there, so I got to factor it out. So I'm going to factor out the pi, and if I factor out the pi from both terms of the binomial, I end up with x minus 1. So I need to find the the period first. Period is 2 pi over b, and my b value in this case is pi. So my period is 2. Oops, I already had the answer circled. And it has a horizontal phase shift to the right. We know it went 1 unit to the right. So that's why my answer is D. Last example. The period to the nearest tenth of the function y is equal to sine 0.25x, where x is in radians, is, I got 25.1, but I got that by going 2 pi divided by my b value, which is 0.25, and because it asked to the nearest tenth, I just put it in my calculator, and I got 25.1. And that's it.